You all know I've been the biggest Bears fan in the world my whole entire life. My channel is literally just it's for like the first 2 years it was just about the Bears. But I got signed jerseys and everything on the other side. If anyone is watching, go watch my other videos. But I have signed footballs, jerseys hanging up, signed jerseys, just everything. The whole entire room's about the Bears. But I really expected a lot more from this season. But 3-2. I'll take it, I guess, because in the past we've always started off 2-3, like literally like 1-5, like it was like right around there. Like 2015, for example. 2014-15 season we went 5-11. We started off 2-1 because we played the 49ers and Jets. I'm just gonna take the first 3 games, for example. 2015 we started off 0-3, but then we won 2 straight. Then we started off then we lost to the Lions 37-34, and we went into the bye week 2-4. 2016 we lost to the Texans, and then we lost to the Eagles. So like I was like, oh, season's over already, because like back then it really didn't matter. Then we had Brian Hoyer start for us because Jay Cutler got injured the previous week, and we lost, I think. Hold on, I remember it was the Cowboys, and we lost 31-17, and I was like really disappointed. But then we beat the Lions, so we were 1-3, and we always like started off 1-3, like 2015, 2016, and then 2017 came around. We we beat the Steelers week 3, which I was at that game. I don't know why I'm stumbling so much, but yeah, we started off 1-2 that year, and that was like our best start since 2014, and I was really excited because mainly I was at that game. And then we got stomped by the Packers the next week, and then that was like Mike Glennon last game playing as a Bear. And last year we started off 3-1, and that was crazy. The closest we even had to a winning record through 2015, 16, 17, and before 3-1 was probably of 2015, when we were 5-6 after we beat the Packers on Thanksgiving, and then we barely lost to the 49ers and Redskins the following 2 weeks. I actually think that 15 team could have made the playoffs. But we finished 6-10. So, and in 2017 we also were 3-4 after coming off wins against the Ravens and Panthers. So, yeah. But that was like the first time I experienced actually having a really good team. 2013 we went 8-8 and barely missed the playoffs, which was heartbreaking. And there was that one year when we started off 7-1. I think that was 2012 when we started off, like the year before we went 8-8, when we started off 7-1. But we finished 10-6 and did not make the playoffs. And in between 2010 and that year, we started off 7-3, I believe, one season, didn't make the playoffs. So it's like, it was all because Jay Cutler got injured, I think, both those years, if I recall. But this year, already 4 minutes in, and I haven't even started talking about this year. 3-2, coming week 6 is over. We had a bye week. 3-2. Now last year we were 3-2 after our first 5 games too, coming off a loss to the Dolphins 31-28 because Cody Parkey fucking sucks and missed the game-winning kick. But and then we lost to the Patriots and we were 3-3. We had the 5-1 Saints, so I am hoping and praying, and I really think we are going to win and go to 4-2, because we have to win to stay in this race, because this division is by far the best in the NFL. I mean, you can argue the NFC West is good, but and the AFC East has the Patriots and Bills, but rather than that, the Jets, I mean, they did get a good win against Dallas, but that's whatever. I really think that we could beat the Saints and then the Chargers, and we would be 5-2, and we'd look pretty good. But so far through the 5 weeks, week 1, we had that disappointing loss against the Packers, which was our whole entire offense's problem. That was just the offense, really. Offense could not get it together at all, and then the following week they couldn't get it together really either. But we still won 16-14 against the Broncos, and people still say, "Oh, that roughing the pass." I mean, if you guys watch the game, there was that terrible roughing the passer on Eddie Goldman, and there was unnecessary roughness on Leonard Floyd, like throwing the guy down when he was already when he was tackling him, which it was bullshit calls on us. So I just seen that as even, and Eddie Pinheiro, the GOAT, kicking the game-winning field goal, something that Cody Parkey could never do, or Connor Barth. Robbie Gould, his last season, if you didn't know, when I mentioned that 49er game previously, he missed the game-winning kick against the 49ers and the game-tying kick against the Redskins. But the following week, speaking about the Redskins, we beat them 31-15, and I was there as I made that that was my last video at the Bears game when I pretty much lost my voice, and I was like 3-1, on to Minnesota, and then we beat Minnesota 16-6 with Chase Daniel. Poor Mitch was like posted back like this, but Chase against the Raiders pretty much looked like Chase against the fucking Giants. It was pretty much the exact back-to-back games. I mean, the Vikings game, you could argue that was like the Lions game for him, and then the fucking Raiders game was pretty much like the Giants game. I mean, that's the either Chase. If you had 2 starts, that's what Chase Daniel would go 1-1 with you, and that's pretty much what it looks like. I mean, that game, the 2 picks he threw. The one, he just should have seen that linebacker there, just fucking sitting there. And the second one, I mean, you could argue that Anthony Miller ran the wrong route, but that still probably would have been picked off. That was just his fault, up and down. I mean, we should have ran a different play to begin with. We could have tied the game, or we could have won it on that drive. We could be 4-1. And the Packers really should have lost last night. But here's why I clicked on the video. What's wrong with Chicago Bears? The main reason, the main thing that is wrong with the Bears is the offense, obviously. But I really think Mitch is going to put it together, and Matt Nagy is going to have some great called games in the next couple of weeks. And I feel like we're going to be, at the end of the season, around 10-6 or 11-5. And, like, that, or when we play the Packers in Lambeau, I feel like that game might decide the division. I mean, there's, like, 2 weeks left of the season after that, because I believe it is week 15, right after the Cowboy game, that we play them. Then we have the Chiefs and Vikings. If we can win our last 4, we are 100% in the playoffs, without a doubt. But I feel like we're going to go on a winning streak, starting off with them, with the Saints, Sunday night. So, bear down. I expected a lot more of this season, but you probably could have seen it coming from Mitch, the way he looked in training camp. I really hope to God we make the playoffs. Because I haven't really experienced that much as a Bear. I've never experienced a playoff win because when I actually really cared about the team, because when I was 6, I really don't count that. But yeah, bear down onto the Saints. My prediction, 28-23 Bears. And the Bears still have the best defense in the league. It's not the 49ers and Patriots. That's Bears. Bear down. Monsters of the Midway. To the Super Bowl. Hopefully the playoffs we go. I mean, Super Bowl maybe.